All right, what's going on, everybody? KB Card Stacks here. I'm way behind on mail. I had 50 packages to open up. I was just super busy, got sick, state show, leak in my house. There's a lot going on right now, and I just got more packages right now. I'm probably at like 70-ish total, so I got to rip through all these. Let's just get right to it and see what I've been buying. This is fairly old, I would say, so who knows what's in here. First one, all right, Brendan Sorsby, 101 Super Fractor or gold vinyl-ish. I don't know what the proper term would be, but I liked the gold-looking card out of Leaf. Typically, I'm buying design now, a little bit more than just cheapest available or just cool-looking card. I liked this over some of the one-of-one autos. I just think this looks a little bit cleaner, more official, like a one-of-one. Brendan Sorsby at Cincinnati, was at Indiana. We'll see what he does. Doesn't look bad. Go watch the Penn State game. Not terrible. I like what I see for, I think, is he a sophomore? Was he a freshman last year? This isn't going to tell me. Maybe it will. As a freshman. 1,500 yards, 15 touchdowns. He's got upside, a big kid. He can run, he's mobile. So I like it. I don't love Cincinnati, but I like Sorsby. They've got some receivers, I'm pretty sure. They've got Corey Kiner, 1,000-yard rusher last year, transferred from LSU a while ago, or maybe that was his first year. Worth a shot, I think. I mean, I'll always try to make a play on a one-on-one quarterback starter. I think it makes sense. Okay, more, not necessarily oddball, but Justice Ellison. Talked about him in my state show pickup. Basically, I would have picked him in my Discord. I was like, here's a list of guys I would never buy under any circumstance. Justice Ellison was in there. 8Flow let me know that. Whoops. Justice Ellison, from Wake Forest. I think he was there all 4 years. Transferred to Indiana. Thought that was an odd move. Going with Curt Cignetti. I like that move. Just didn't make sense. Didn't think there was room for him in the running back room. Curt bringing in two of his running backs from JMU, Kalen Black and Tyson Lawton. Had like 1,300 yards combined, 10, 12 touchdowns combined. Justice just seemed like the odd guy out. He went to media day for them. That's kind of a strong indication, like, hey, you're a big part of the team here. Justice Ellison priced like one of the worst, probably the lowest priced guys in all of Bowman University. And I bought a gold auto on ComC for like $7. And like, hey, in case he ever pops off, he might be a prominent role in the offense. And I believe in Indiana probably way more than a lot of people would. But you look at Cignetti, what he did at JMU, how he won with the transfer portal. He's doing the same thing at Indiana, of course, now facing the Big Ten. Much different ball game, but I kind of like it. So I think Indiana could be one of those scary teams in a year or two that, you know, starts making that Kansas type, maybe not Kansas. I feel like they've kind of, Lance Leopold, what he's done is incredible. So kind of that Kansas though, you know, yeah, I don't know. I guess that's kind of the best comp I could get there. Kansas, you know, kind of turning things around. So Justice Ellison, gold running back. Don't love it with transfer jersey, but I'll take the color match. I probably bought 3 or 4 gold autos for under $20. All right, another Justice Ellison. This is red Bowman Best, first off print. This is what started it. Someone sent this in the Discord. It might have been Matt, and he was like, man, I wish my PC guys were this cheap. And I Twitter search and do research on a bunch of guys. And I went to go check, and I was like, let's go see what Justice Ellison is up. I think I'd mentioned that was probably one of the worst transfers in Power 5 football, Power 4, that I would have imagined. I'm like, I'm curious to see. I wouldn't be surprised if he already transferred out. And Hot Dog, he was representing at Big Ten Media Day. Did I say Pac-12 before? Big 12 Media Day, Big 10 Media Day. Good God. So this was $10 for a red. Best, not my favorite. I think the first logo carries significant weight, even if it's a red to 10, but just one of those cards. I think you list it for $20 worst case. Again, hard to lose money. I'm willing to lose on fees to double my money at that point or close to it. So just personal preference there. Justice Ellison, do your research before buying. If I post something, don't just blindly tail it. Like, buy it if you believe it. Not just like, oh, it's cheap and Gaby's doing it. What is this? Jaquavius Marks, Mississippi State, on it. I have been searching a little. I mean, I searched, I guess, for a total of a day. Jaquavius Marks, or on it, autos. They're cheap if you can get them at auctions. They're not doing well at auction. Buy it now. It seems like the first to market seems to command the premium there. Now at USC posted a body transformation of summer weightlifting workouts. Dude looks insane. He's a little bowling ball of a back. 5'10", 210, out of Georgia. Interesting. Georgia, man. You look at all the dudes in college football right now that come out of Georgia, it's insane. They might have the highest, like, cap per, the highest population of players in college football right now. It is insane. So, relevant, or like big-time players, I should say. Jaquavius Marks, though, now at USC, I'm optimistic. I think he could be like a Marshawn Lloyd coming over from South Carolina. Didn't have a lot of hype. Who was he replacing before? Travis Dye? Ronald Jones? I don't know. Maybe that's even too far back. I don't remember. We'll see. I don't know. Just thought it was cheap. I must have got this for under $4 or $5. I'll take a chance to add some on it into my portfolio. I don't hate it as much as I thought I would at the beginning of, my knowledge of on it. All right, speaking of Corey Kiner Sapphire auto, I think I picked up another Kiner auto, I think an orange Sapphire. I picked this up when I was in Denver, which was like almost 3 weeks ago at this point. So this is how far behind I am. Waiting for the airport to leave, take a little train. This is like $8, $10 all in. 1,000-yard rusher, you just don't see Sapphire autos a whole lot. One per box, super limited quantity in terms of production available for boxes. Corey Kiner, 1,000-yard rusher. Don't think you can go wrong with just their scarcity of Sapphire autos. Don't remember this one, Bo Pribula, press pass auto to 99, I imagine, 4 of 99. I don't know, just been buying him. Maybe he's got Drew Aller hype. I feel like Penn State fans are more excited about Bo Pribula and the upside or potential that he has compared to Aller. I mean, they probably think Aller is amazing too, but I think I've just been scooping up his cheap stuff. I kind of see him as like the Garrett Nussmeier right now. Garrett Nussmeier, not a lot of people were buying him. You know who put me on to Garrett Nussmeier? Cam's Cards. Probably over a year and a half ago, there was this article of like top backup quarterbacks in the country. And he's like, what do you think about Garrett Nussmeier? I'm like, I really, I wasn't that deep on backup, 4 or 5 star quarterbacks. And I also didn't know he had cards. And then I started buying him ever since. So, maybe it's like that. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, they're cool. All right. Throw them over there. All right. This was a little auction win. I think I got this for $5 shipped also in Denver, just waiting for my train. $5. Sick image. This was against this was his touchdown against San Jose State, maybe? That doesn't sound right. He scored in like week 1 or week 2 of his freshman year. Sick image. Now at Arizona State. Arizona State's going to have a great rushing attack. They don't have a whole lot of talent elsewhere. Going to be one of the worst teams. Dillingham, I have no opinion on him. We'll see. I don't know. Not super high on him. Not nervous, I guess, as an Arizona fan. I could see him getting some traction. I think he got some good players out of the portal, like Raleek Brown, like Cole Martin, DB from Oregon. Alton McCaskill, Colorado. They got a good linebacker from SDSU. I think they've got some good pieces here and there. They've got Cameron Scadaboo, who they got from Sacramento State, FCS All-American. Are they FCS? They're FCS. Sac State? No, they're FBS. They're FCS. I don't know. Anyways, Cam Scadaboo, Raleek Brown, Alton McCaskill, they've been playing him out in the slot, so I like Raleek Brown. I liked him since he's been at Mater Day. I mean, he was like the next coming of Reggie Bush. If you look at his highlights, like what's the Under the Radar and all those like hype videos that you'll see, like he's one of like the the best Trinity League players. Trinity League, one of the best, the best conference in high school football, for sure. Look it up. No one compares. Just my opinion. What is this? Corey Kiner, Orange Sapphire. The Cabin Card Shop. They're active in the Discord, I believe. I see them on Instagram. Yeah, I see them on Twitter a good amount. I don't know. Let's see, what do they got? All right, there you go. Okay, Instagram for sure. I definitely follow the Cabin Card Shop. There we go. So go follow, check them out. There we go. eBay, Instagram always has a lot of good stuff. I find myself when I'm searching, they've always got stuff. Do I mess with best offer sometimes? Meh. But if the price is fair and it's someone that I know, I'm like, yeah, I'll go up and pay for it. So, Orange Sapphire here. This was $15. I'll take the chance. 1,000-yard rusher. Not high on Cincy again. 3 Cincy players. Cincy, Wake Forest. Jerseys. Not jerseys I would expect to see, but here we are. All right, let's rip through this. What is this? TJ Finley /10. TJ Finley, now Western Kentucky, was at Texas State. He started at LSU, I think. Won the job at some point. That was when LSU was kind of reeling for a quarterback, I feel. They had that blonde kid, Miles Brennan. Maybe he was before that. I'm blanking on their quarterback history. But then he went to Auburn. I don't think he really did much. Dropped down to Texas State. Good for him. That's maybe why I support him a little bit more. If you can't start at LSU, you can't start at Auburn, go down, drop a level. Go start, go be a dude. Don't go take a chance at Texas Tech and play in a quarterback competition. Go where you know you're going to start. Whatever. You could say, oh, he's scared of competition. Hey, I'd rather you go dominate and actually play and do something. So he was at Texas State. They brought in Jaden DeLora, G.J. Kinney, great head coach. Craig Stutzman, their OC. They brought in Jaden DeLora. He was there. They uncovered his past, his issues in high school that he was alleged against or whatever. The school newspaper basically kicked him out, but I guess ruffled some feathers. I get it. Why would you bring another guy in, although that's your boy, the offense coordinator, Craig Stutzman, bringing in your boy right after TJ Finley just had the best season in Texas State history? I get it. I'd be sour as well. Now at Western Kentucky, Tyson Helton, head coach at Western Kentucky. You look at his quarterback history, he's been sending dudes. Austin Reed, Bailey Zappi. There was someone else in between. Worth a shot. Western Kentucky gonna win. Gonna score a lot. I don't know if they're gonna win a lot. They'll definitely make a bowl game, I imagine. So, Helton, definitely look into that. Bowman Chrome Auto Brian Thomas. Returns are not accepted. Okay, whoops. Speaking of which, in our Discord, I created a good deals channel. And basically, people are like, hey, this seems like a good deal. And we're just constantly sharing. Probably one of the most active, it's a great channel because there's so many deals that are getting thrown in there. And it's like, wow, okay, this was underpriced. Like, I'll throw stuff where it's like, hey, I've got enough, Jalil Farouk. But if anyone wants a piece, go for it. So someone, I think it was 8Flow, he threw in the Brian Thomas, showed comps too. I'm not a Brian Thomas guy. 1 year breakout guys, not for me. He played across Malik Neighbors. He's got all the attention. Didn't face a number 1 corner all season. Look at all his big plays. Look at all his production. It's all from a deep ball. What's the route tree looking like? I think he had a big play. Maybe scored a touchdown in preseason with Jacksonville already. I'm just going to relist this. I think it was $20 plus 5 shipping. I'm going to relist it for 40 or 50, whatever the minimum is, and then just get my money. Nothing crazy. I'm not a huge believer, not someone that I'm going to hold and be like, man, this is all according to the plan. It is what it is. All right, was this ESE? It was ESE in a bubble mailer. If people are still having issues with ESE, I don't know. I haven't heard people complain, but I also kind of tune it out. Jaden Davis, 5'7", North Carolina kid, now at Michigan. He was like number 9 overall in the quarterback rankings. I'm not an Alex Orji guy. I'm not a Jack Tuttle guy who's been in college forever. And then there's somebody else as well that they've got in the backup role. But Jaden Davis, I imagine the future of Michigan football for the time being. I mean, I don't know what their recruiting class looks like now. You should probably have a quarterback in place for the class of 2025. Typically, they will commit their junior year. The spring of junior year, and then they go into the season, stress-free. But I don't know. Haven't looked into the 2025 class quite yet. Not until I need to. This was 3 cards that got the autos were just super cheap. I forgot who the seller is. I'll throw them up because they had a ton of just cheap auto. Like if any player that I would search, you look for Leaf. Oh God. Leaf Metal Football, Leaf anything autos, they have the cheapest of all these players. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to build this stack. I think a TJ Finley had sold that I wanted. So I was like, all right, better get a move on. Jalen Noel, wide receiver. This looks like a red parallel, I would argue. Maybe a multicolor, I don't know. Jalen Noel, 6'8", receiver. I like Iowa State. I like Rocco Becht. I think they could surprise some folks. The Big 12 is going to be so fun to watch. So many good teams, so many good offenses. Probably the most competitive conference, top to, bottom 5 teams, I would say. Jalen Noel, who's their other receiver? Higgins, the transfer. He transferred in, I think. Jalen Noel, though, I'm optimistic for. Jeremiah Cooper, shout out Jeremiah Cooper, safety. His brother, Tristan Cooper, was at Arizona, class of 20. We definitely crossed over. He was 2015. 2-star Coop from El Paso, Texas. Jacoby George. I don't know. I'm a little optimistic. 2-7 here. Miami, again, I'm buying into the offense, so I like it. I think I paid $25 on all these. I think it just made sense. I think some of these you could list for $10, $15 and get out of it. Samuel Brown, I just sold one of his autos. Now, 2 Miami guys, Jacoby George, Samuel Brown. Just buying into the offense, buying into Cam Ward. He's going to sling the ball around, you imagine. They've also got Damian Martinez, who's going to relieve some of that pressure. Going to open up the passing game for sure. Cameron Ward just can't hold on to the ball. He's fumbled 46 times in 4 years. He's got to protect the ball. It's going to cost them a game. Between Cristobal coaching and his fumble problem, it's going to cost them a game. TJ Finley, what does this do? 4 of 9. I like it. Cool colorish match. Again, I don't know if it's like a design thing and they all kind of try to color match or if the dazzling performer. All right, last one. Kyron Drones, red cracked ice, kind of a color match then, 3 of 8. I've been buying his Virginia Tech stuff. I mentioned I didn't make a mistake, but I definitely over-leveraged myself in his Baylor uni. Shout out Baylor. Didn't even play. Barely even sniff the field. And now he's one of the Heisman dark horses. So way to go, Baylor, and your assessment of talent. Way to go, Virginia Tech. They've potentially got things rolling. A lot of returners. So I think I paid about $30 for that. TJ Finley, Western Kentucky, watch out. Samuel Brown, Miami offense, watch out. I like Jalen Noel. I'll buy into some of the cheap autos. If I'm going to find them at $5 a piece. Jaden Davis, same thing. Super cheap. Cam's Cards also texted me. He's like, what am I missing about Jaden Davis? I'm like, nothing. I just don't think, he's not quite... he's QB4 right now for Michigan. No one really knows. No one cares about high school product and prospecting. It's not quite at the Bowman baseball level yet. I do think in the future, we are going to get to a point where we are prospecting juniors and seniors in high school who are highly ranked from these recruiting websites. Brian Thomas, I think that's an easy double up. Shout out my Discord for the good deals. Always willing to take a chance on a lot of the stuff there. TJ Finley again, Corey Kiner. Raleek Brown, I love Raleek Brown. Watch his highlight tape. He's super electric. You'll be a fan for sure. Hard not to be impressed by that. Bo Prabula, more prospecting. I'll build a stash, and you look at Garrett Nussmeier autos are probably $30 minimum now. So I think that's kind of where he could be in a year. Corey Kiner, Woody Marks, Justice Ellison, a couple of those, and Brandon Sorsby. So not a bad little mail day. That was a lot, more than I thought, but all right, I got 5 more of these to rip through. So if you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.